Hello, everyone, and welcome to ReelQuick, episode 145. This is our monthly Q&A episode. The questions are asked by our patrons. So shout out to all of you. Thank you for being a patron. And we have a good slew of questions here to answer today for this month. So first off, we are going to start with Luke Deerhog asks, if you could recast any role from a film, who would you choose to replace who?
Jesus.
So, could be recent, could be old. I think I'll probably think recent just because it's easier to narrow the scope. But a film that just felt like it could have been good, but it was just miscast a bit.
I'm going to go with, let's recast Harry Styles in Don't Worry, Darling with Shia LaBeouf.
So the original
Victoria's looking at me now.
Oh, God. The Harry Styles slander has begun.
So the original casting, yeah.
Yeah, fair. I'm trying to think of like movies. I feel like there's got to be a ton in my head where it's like, there's this one performance. I'm like, man, if only that could have been different, it would have been even better.
I'm trying to think. There's no like the problem like offensively bad casting that's coming to mind.
Recast thingy. Tom Hanks and Elvis. I don't know who he was shit.
Good.
Good
pull, though. That's a good pull.
That was so miscast. Maybe like who's a good old guy who could play Tom Parker? I don't know.
De Niro.
It'd be better. Yeah, you know what? Like, honestly,
probably.
Yeah.
I mean, but you could throw De Niro at any role and
would have been a real movie.
True.
Man, I'm pissed. Like, I don't want to just pull out a random one because I feel like there's got to be something that I'm thinking of. Like,
I'm trying to think of something that's like offensively bad, like something that really makes like a movie. The
Elvis one was great.
That much worse.
Someone who comes in and I'm like, oh God, they were not great.
Just ruins the whole experience for me.
It's got to be something around like the 4-ish, 3.5 would probably be where I'd have those.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
But everything I'm looking at, I'm like, I'm fine with all these castings.
That's the obvious one for me. I think the Elvis one. I can't think of any others.
No, yeah, that's a great one. Dang.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Okay.
Tough question.
Yeah, tough one to start with.
That's a good question.
It's a good question for sure.
I wish I was more prepared for that. I'd replace. Actually, no, that's a lie. I was going to say Rami Malek for Rhapsody, but I don't even. I don't even know who else would play.
Yeah, but who would you?
That script was still so bad.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
like, I don't think it was like his fault. I think it was the script's fault.
Whereas, like Elvis, I think someone could have just done a better job than Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler in Spaceman. Get him the fuck out of there. That was not
but I don't.
But then again,
no one in that role makes that movie good.
True.
You know, fine. Since I'm a little bit of a John David Washington hater, if they replaced him in Tenet with like Lakeith Stanfield, could have been pretty badass.
Hater.
Or Yahya Abdul-Mateen.
I
like Yahya Abdul-Mateen in that kind of role. Yeah,
that's fair. Actually,
I actually think I actually like Dave Washington in that more than most of the other things he's been in. Actually, no, I quite like him in Black Klansman, but yeah, he's not great. I don't really love him. I get it.
Right. Well, we'll leave that question there. I at least pulled something out of thin air for that. But Roko 1.0 asks, do you guys have a favorite Letterboxd review? Can't be any one of our reviews, but like a one-liner that's like genuine layers to you, or an essay that you thought was like a really great, thoughtful analysis. George, something come to mind just now?
Yeah, just off the top of my head, I don't know what Richard Linklater movie it was for, but Owen, one of his reviews is "Call Me Richard," the way I ask her to link later.
Did you see his Indiana Jones reviews? Did you see his Indiana Jones? She on my temple till I doom. That's quite interesting.
He has no right to ever talk about anyone's one-liner reviews.
Yeah, he's a fucking
he's like the one-liner king, and he's always bitching about one-liner.
Do you know which one does stand out to me? And not because it's like it's just the most like pretentious review, and I don't say that word like, but it is just funny. You know he got so much shit for it as well. You know the top review of Joker. If you go on Joker,
like my buddy Eric, this happened.
No,
to Eric.
Not them. I'm fucking sick of it. It's like if you've never swam in the ocean, then of course a pool seems deep. But I just thought like that is fucking. And he's got like 2,000 comments. People just like that always sticks in my head.
I'm going through. I don't like a lot of reviews on Letterboxd, so I'm going through the things.
The only reviews I like are usually people I know. I don't like.
It's usually you guys. Marta's Poor Things review is awesome.
Let's see. I really like Sydney Volpe's review of After Sun.
Yeah, great review. Even her review of Civil War, I think, was fantastic.
Oh yeah, Sydney's review of
She's
Aftersun. Yeah, I
like,
remember.
yeah,
That.
she's
Yeah,
got
I
to be
remember
like the most articulate person on Letterboxd.
Yeah,
Besides the four co-hosts of the ReelTok podcast.
yeah, true. Yeah, I liked her Aftersun one a lot. I'm trying to think of.
I really like Nalbus's reviews, even movies.
Oh, that's a good one.
Even movies he doesn't like, he like still takes the time to like
I love
really,
his
like,
reviews.
go into why. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm just going through my likes right now. I liked like everyone's Dune and Oppenheimer review.
the only reviews you like when it's like things you love, aren't they? Which I get.
Sophie's review of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. I hope Kang kills every last Avenger.
Yes.
Didn't age the best.
There's a guy who I follow on TikTok called Sinjin Watch Movies. He like watches all the Letterboxd top 50. He's a big Tarkovsky guy. His reviews are great. Shout out Jack Knightley, my friend as well, who does the comedy stuff on TikTok. His reviews are fantastic. I really like his. There's a bunch of people, to be fair.
Shout out Cam. His review of Harakiri. Both Spider-Verse movies are better than this.
No, there was one that Cam did. What was the fucking?
This one is hilarious. This one I thought was so funny. I don't even know this girl. It popped up on like the member popular page, so I looked at her profile. Her review of Knock at the Cabin. Choose your fighter. The beach that makes you old, or the Reddit thread that makes you kill yourself.
I saw that one. What was that? Who was that? I saw that one.
You know the song that goes like, "I need a bad bitch," Addison Rae.
Yeah,
that's what Josiah's review of Thanksgiving. Just because so Josiah was, "I need a bad bleep," Addison Rae. Like he censored this. Like God, Josiah, you king. But we can leave it there.
Oh no, this is good. Sorry, just to
no, go ahead.
I've just got on Knock at the Cabin, and you know David Elreich, the creator for IndieWire. It's his Knock at the Cabin reviewers probably would have liked this more if Dave Bautista had played the cabin. That's really good. That's funny.
Okay, let's see.
My buddy Eric. God, I used to see them all the time.
Casper Lundberg asked, which is a question we were asked probably like a year and a half ago that has been changed a lot since. But at this point, what's like the most iconic, famous movie you haven't seen yet? Like what's like the most popular movie that like you just still haven't seen?
Probably Terminator 2. No, for me,
I'd say probably for you. That's got
or her now. I think her is massively popular.
I'll say Barry Lyndon for me.
Probably Barry Lyndon isn't that popular though, George.
I'm gonna go to film popular in Letterboxd and see what I haven't seen. That's like the
Barry Lyndon.
Let me sort it by popularity then.
Barry Lyndon has less than 300k logs on Letterboxd, so it's not actually that bad.
The most popular, when I sort by popularity, the five most popular on my watch list. 1 is Saltburn. 2 is The Favorite, then Eyes Wide Shut, then The Worst Person in the World, and then Triangle of Sadness.
Here's George. Go on. Okay, let's do it this way. Go on most popular on Letterboxd, like total. Then just go on what you haven't seen. So and then we'll do the top 4 on that.
Where do you even see it? Where do you see?
Go on search, then go on most popular.
Yep.
And then just sort it by not seen.
Do I gotta do this on my phone?
George, how do you not know this? You're Letterboxd.
So the number one for me is The Matrix, but I've seen it, just haven't logged it. But the top 5 that are most popular on Letterboxd that I have not seen and have not logged: Drive, Donnie Darko, 500 Days of Summer, Howl's Moving Castle, and My Neighbor Totoro.
Oh shit, man! There's some bangers there. Mine is Her, Baby Driver, Deadpool, Anatomy of a Fall, on The Holdovers. So 2 from last year, actually.
Mine is Saltburn, The Whale, Priscilla, Encanto, and The Favorite.
Encanto's on mine as well, actually.
Watch Priscilla so you can join the Kaylee Spaney revolution. Okay, so new patron Clayton Keating. So we've answered this before, but he's new to the Patreon, so he might not have gotten our answer to this. So like we've answered this a couple times. If you could go back in time and watch a movie that's premiered for the first time, memory wiped from your mind, what would you choose? So like what would you want to see for the very first time? I think George,
Anywhere in
like
Life?
No Way Home, right?
What?
George said No Way Home for this, right? Like a movie premiere.
Yeah, I'm thinking like theater experiences. So like like No Way Home, The Dark
is it one
Knight,
I've actually seen?
Interstellar, Dune Part 2. I would love to rewatch that.
So it's one I've seen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't you be like, 2001: A Space Odyssey in 1968? Can't try that. Okay.
Yeah, no, it has to be something you probably could have seen and remembered. So something probably 2025 on or 20.
I went to see. The first time I ever went to see The Shining in the cinema with my mom was amazing. I love that. Maybe. Do you know what? Like in terms of like happiness, maybe like I remember when I was like 12 going to see Deathly Hallows Part 2. That was crazy.
Oh yeah. I went
Yeah,
to
or
the
Goblet
midnight
of
premiere
Fire.
of Part 2.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. That was like that was the last time I ever went to a midnight premiere.
So electric.
Dune 2, like something recent. Here's a funny one. Oppenheimer, the second time I went to in 70mm IMAX, because that was like the you know what I mean? That was like the much needed.
Which is different when you're in that.
Yeah. And that's trying to think of anything else, to be fair. Oh, I mean, can I include Lord of the Rings, technically? Return of the King?
Yeah, you probably won't remember much if you saw it in the premiere when you were.
No, I mean the one I just went to see in the orchestra.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Orchestra.
I still saw the film, you know? So
yeah,
that counts.
valid. So let's see. Ferdinando 4 asks, what director has been the most life-changing for you?
Nolan.
Midland.
You do have one tattoo, one Nolan tattoo, so
Just
makes
the
sense.
one,
He's tattooed on you.
Just the one.
Tattooed David Lynch.
No.
Change your life by getting a tattoo.
Yeah, but if I tattoo, I mean, if you think logically, it's got to be Peter Jackson, though. But like, I don't.
I'm thinking like Nolan. Obviously, he's my favorite filmmaker, but like, he's also the reason I got into film.
Okay, we'll go with that one. Yeah,
like, he's the reason I started to like really take film seriously.
Probably Kubrick.
Yeah, Kubrick.
Mid-brick.
Yeah, for me, I'll go mid-nub then.
What's Scorsese actually? I was really
film. But Prisoners and Sicario were like very instrumental, and Enemy were like very instrumental in getting me into film. So Denis for me.
Yeah. Goat.
Sean Morales asked, when are we going to hear Bailey's hot takes? I texted Cam asking if Bailey had any hot takes, and he said no.
Give him a few years.
Yeah, give it 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, I can't wait for some guest feature Bailey hot takes on here. Stefan Nieberich, shout out executive producer. If you could live in any fictional universe, which one would you choose and why? I think in like ReelTok episode like
we did a draft of this.
Probably like episode 3, we did a draft of ones we're gonna live in. So like right now, what would you say is like number 1 for you?
If I say universe, can I live in a specific section without danger, or is that not what we're allowed in? You know,
if there's a specific section of that universe without danger,
the Shire. You know, if the ring's not in the Shire, it's a chill place.
I think the Shire is a great pick.
If the ring isn't there, you know,
like the Oasis and Ready Player One, probably electric.
I think you said that
on the draft. Yeah.
Like no one's picking Gotham City. No one's picking a city where some dudes around.
The Spirit World and Spirited Away. I'd love to.
Oh yeah.
Like Hogwarts would be dope, but like every year there's something. At Hogwarts,
bro. If I saw a Dementor, I'd be so
That'd
scared.
Be game over.
I would definitely pick Hogwarts if it wasn't for the damn like. I mean, I guess like Diagon Alley. That's not in Hogwarts, right? So you could live in like the Harry Potter world, but
yeah, you don't have to go to Hogwarts, you know.
Yeah. Oh wait. Are you talking about Diagon Alley or Diagon Alley?
Diagon Alley.
What have I just referenced right there?
What is it? Chamber of Secrets Part 2 when they're doing the puffy thing.
Diagon Alley. Yeah. And he goes to that place. It's scary as fuck.
Yeah, but
Diagon Alley is a rush, to be fair. But again, it's just like they can come from anywhere because it's all magic. Voldemort just turns up. You know what I mean? Causes chaos.
Dude, being a Dementor probably sick.
Yeah.
Live in what about the Kingdom? Like when he takes over Barbie World?
Yeah.
Too pink, too colorful.
Barbie World in general, your life is beach.
Fair, but give the Kingdom a couple of years to get his philosophy flowed out, and the pink would eradicate. We get the horses all over.
Also, the houses are too open, man. There is no secrecy in those houses.
There's no privacy for sure.
Yeah, you can ride fake horses
though. So use a different answer than like the one we answered for most popular film you haven't seen. But Dean Cotamanidis asked, "What's a film you really need to tick off your watch list?"
Barry Lyndon. I'm saying that's Barry Lyndon for me.
Barry Lyndon.
Barry Midden. It's got to the point where I say it for my favorite films now.
You're so consumed by the mid.
Actually, it's crazy. It's become just daily vocabulary. I'll go. Again, by need to, are we saying like for me or just one that I have to see? Does that make sense? Like,
just like that you've kind of looked at your watch list, you're like, I should watch it, and then you just keep pushing off.
Better.
Most Kurosawa films I haven't seen. Quaiden, that's a good one. You know what?
Quaiden. My watch list forever.
For like ever.
But I also need to watch Twin Peaks.
Yeah, but it's a TV show, isn't it? Like it's different. It's a big.
Yeah. True.
Love Exposure. There's a lot of ones I own. Love Exposure. I mean, Terminator 2 again. Like, it's just
Mine's definitely just Donnie Darko. Like Jake Gyllenhaal's like my favorite actor, and that's like his breakout. I haven't seen it.
Bangs. Probably my second favorite Jake starring film. It's so
good.
Yeah, I really need to see it.
very good.
That might be my favorite Jake starring movie.
Wow.
Connor Connaughton asked. So there's a two-parter. So the first one was for Cam. So I texted him, got his answer. Where is it? Okay. So Cam, what are the first movies you want to show Bailey when he's like going to actually remember them? And then Cam said, pretty basic choices for myself, but Soul, The Lion King, Spider-Verse, Star Wars, Toy Story, and Coco. Then I said,
wow, no MCU.
Yeah, so which Star Wars would you start with? And then he said, probably something animated, but movie-wise, I would start with A New Hope.
Yeah,
so that's
you
for
have
Cam.
to. You have to.
So for then for us, yeah. So if you when you have kids or if you ever have kids, what would be the first movies you'd show them?
Fuck kids. Lord of the Rings. If I did,
Hereditary.
Really. Hereditary. So like,
Depress my kid from the start.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
A ghost story just to prepare them for death. What else?
That could be honestly what I would have said before. I've had a ghost story on my watch list.
Oh,
came out.
After Sun, when they're,
that would be lovely.
After Sun, be like, I was happy before you. Now, now you made me Paul Mescal.
Understand where I am.
Yeah, imagine showing like a 10-year-old Lost Highway. That'd be fucking sick. Crazy. Probably Lord of the Rings. Like realistically,
I think Harry Potter would be a realistic answer.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings, like Harry Potter.
Like outside of like a dumb animated movie.
Show them Insidious and like paint their bedroom door red and just like give them just terror for the rest of their life.
That'd be crazy. I think some Ghiblies would be amazing for kids because like they're just so great. Like, I think like showing Spirited Away, Housing Color, my mom did for me. They'd be really
Ghiblies are awesome because they're gonna be great for kids, even though like they probably won't even digest 10% of like what like the themes are going on. But then like as they grow older, they'll grow even stronger.
There's important stuff in all Ghibli films, like important life lessons, So I'd say one of them maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously easy to start with animated. I would probably start with like the classics, the Pixars of the world.
You gotta get Incredibles, Monsters Inc. Them sort of shit.
And then once they start watching live action, you got to start them early on the black and white and the silent films because they can't become like too absorbed in the modern films to where then they're like most people where they're like I don't want to go back. They're too old and bad. I want to
making kids watch like.
I will be raised in a film bro for sure.
I'll be raising some like pretentious guy, just some dude watching Bergman at 10 years old or some shit. That's what I'll be doing.
My dad would always watch the black and white channel growing up. It was like a TV show called MASH that was always on. Like
oh my god, yeah.
My dad would just watch MASH all the time. So
that's such a dad show to watch.
It really is. Just throw on some MASH. It was like MASH or Judge Judy was what was on the TV growing up.
I just thought about MASH. My dad used to love fucking. That is such a dad show. It's crazy.
I know. I've seen probably 50 episodes of MASH just by proxy of being in the same room at the same time.
Yeah,
I don't know anything. I know it's about military something, and I think it's a comedy, and that's all as much as I can tell you about.
It's just a military sitcom. That's what it is. Yeah.
We got only two more. So these are all kind of the same flavor, but this is kind of opposite. Something we have seen. Dylan Chip asks, what's a film that took you? I laugh because I'm laughing at the next question I just peeked at. But Dylan Chip asks, what's a film that you took way too long to watch and you wish you ticked off your watch list sooner?
Amadeus.
Kill Bill Volume 1. I pushed off that Tarantino film forever. I've seen all Tarantino stuff like 4 times. But
was that actually your first watch the other day? I didn't realize it was your first watch.
Yeah. First time ever seen Kill Bill. Yeah.
Amadeus for me because like you all watched it before me, and that's like my sort of film all over, period piece. So I'd say probably that, maybe.
Yeah, I watched Amadeus the first time in 3rd grade when our music teacher showed. Like, so in elementary,
that's a crazy movie to watch.
I know.
In 3rd grade, like 10?
It might have been like censored or something, like with like some of like the sex. Even though there's no like nudity, but there's like some sex. Actually, there might be a little bit of nudity. I can't remember, but because like in elementary school, you have like 30 minutes for like gym and like music class, and like it's a 3-hour movie, so it was like 2 weeks of music classes.
Well, you might have watched the theatrical, to be fair.
No, I'm sure we watched some kid cut, but it was a while we watched that. But then I watched like a year ago for the first time since I was 8. George, what was your answer?
I'll say Do the Right Thing.
That's one
Great
for me. I only watched that like a
Yeah, I
year
put that
ago.
off. It's too
Yeah,
long.
I watched that in August, and I'm pretty sure my review was like, what was it? Yeah, a film I'm embarrassed to say has taken me this long to finally watch.
Well, there you go. Perfect answer for you. And then final question, which you two will only have one possible answer by proxy, but Evan O'Donnell asks, "What's your favorite Jeff Prophet film?"
Probably
Trap House one.
Probably Queen of the Trap House one. I really like that film.
Just a
It's pretty good.
cinematic event.
I think, yeah, I mean, it's tough for me because I've seen two of them. I've seen 1 and 2, Queen of the Trap House 1, Queen of the Trap House 2, Prince of the Trap House coming out soon.
And they're both a half a star.
Have you seen the other films? Oh, let's not go into it now.
No. We'll have a trivia about that. So if you're not listening, so this is to everyone, patrons. If you're not a patron, join us because Friday I'm gonna have some Jeff Prophet trivia for these guys. It's really quick but stupid, but it'll be funny. But I think I actually like Queen of the Trap House 1 a little more than 2. So sorry to our patrons, it might hurt them a little bit. But maybe I was just trapped out for that point.
How bad is Queen of the Trap House 2 then?
There's some funny stuff we'll talk about in our Patreon exclusive review on Friday. So
Dude, Queen of the Trap House 1 had some funny one-liners.
it had some things.
Save the review. Save the review.
All right.
All right, so that'll do it for Q&A this week. Those are the questions we were asked. Shout out to all our patrons asking these questions. If you want to become a patron and ask us questions, join our Discord, get discounts off merch, get access to exclusive episodes, all kinds of good stuff, and even more stuff I'm not even mentioning. Become an executive producer, all that good jazz. Make sure you just go in the description down below. Shout out to our executive producers as always, Stefan Johnson, Stefan Nieburik, and Sean Morales. And with that, we will see you tomorrow with our draft of the best movies with the longest titles. Peace out.